Assiniboia Downs is proud to present one of our featured fields here on the card. It's a 45th running of the Phil Kivas Stakes. They're going to go 1 mile for $30,000, and this is a non-betting race. Number 1 is Marcelan, owned by Dr. Ross and Brendan McKeag, trained by Carl Anderson with Stanley Chady Jr. Number 2, that's Percibility, owned by Manny Miaderos and John Clement, trained by Jerry Gorno with Rafael Zentino Jr. And rounding out the field is number 3, Langara, owned by Barry Arneson and True North Thoroughbreds, trained by Michael Nault with Antonio Whitehall. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is a non-wagering event here for the Phil Kivas Stakes. Following the running of the Phil Kivas Stakes, our CEO, Darren Dunn, will make a presentation to the winning connection. They're at the post. And they're off in the 45th running of the Phil Kivas Stakes. All 3 horses away well and showing early speed. On the outside, Langara. To the inside, Percibility. These 2 locking horns as they pass the grandstand for the first time. Settling back 5 lengths behind them, Marcelan watching that early duel as they sizzle the opening quarter in 22-3. Percibility on the inside and Langara. These 2 still going at it. Nose and nose on the front. Marcelan is starting to move up, is only 4 lengths behind as they cut the half in another very quick 46-3. The 2 on the front, Percibility, Langara. They're refusing to give up, but Marcelan, who's been watching all the action, is now coming at him. 3 wide. Percibility put away Langara, but now has to fend off Marcelan, who's been waiting and watching. 3/4, 112-4. Percibility trying to dig in and find more. Marcelan to the outside, who watched the action, is now going on by, but Percibility finally gives up. Marcelan, excellent ride by Stanley Chady Jr. is going to win the 45th running of the Phil Kivas Stakes. Percibility second best, rounded out by Langara. Official winner of the 45th running of the Phil Kivas Stakes, that's number 1, Marcelan. Marcelan is a dark bear brown gelding, 5 years old, by Stormy Atlantic, out of the mare Colorino by Include, owned by Dr. Ross and Brendan McKeag, trained by Carl Anderson, and ridden to victory by Stanley Chady Jr. Time for the mile, 1:41-2. Number 1, Marcelan, was proudly bred right here in Manitoba by his owner, Dr. Ross McKeag. Assiniboia Downs is very pleased to have on hand our Chief Executive Officer, Darren Dunn,